our guest, call 888-565-1470.
And we want to talk tonight about our event that we have going on tomorrow. It is a charity event at the Wellington National Golf Club. We are promoting our foundation, Domes for Humanity, in partnership with the Renand Foundation. And we are working in Haiti with the Renand Foundation to bring them sustainable, disaster-resistant dome homes. Now, in Haiti, they suffered from the 2010 earthquake and the 2016 Hurricane Matthew. And in the area of Bassin Bleu, near Jacmel, that's where our area of focus is. And so we're looking to bring dome homes as a natural disaster, sustainable, disaster-resistant shelter to the survivors of these earthquake and hurricanes. And what we're looking to do is have our fundraiser tomorrow night, and we're promoting ourselves as being the lead in the community as disaster-resistant builders. And we want you to come on out. It's going to be a really fun time. We're going to have the Latin Ensemble Band be there with us. We're also going to have Bree Gordon with the Palm Beach Music Therapy Institute. She's going to be singing for us, and it's just going to be so much fun. And I'll tell you a little bit about our background. So we are 1 year old, the Foundation Domes for Humanity, and we started in response to the disasters that have been going on pretty often lately. We see them more and more every year. The statistics are rising, and we decided we need to make a change. We know that there is a sustainable option to building. The infrastructure, especially in international countries like Haiti, is just not there. And what we want to go in there and do is build so that they don't have to keep on rebuilding. And we'll give you a little background on domes. So what we build are monolithic domes. And monolithic domes are a thin shell construction structure. So it's not only homes that we can create, but also shelters, schools, medical clinics. What we're also planning on doing is promoting the local economy in Bassin Bleu by building a local barbershop for people to work in. So it's really exciting. What we plan on doing is expanding building with dome homes in the States as well. But our focus now in Haiti has been to provide dome-resistant shelter for the survivors of the natural disasters. So all sponsorships and proceeds for the event tomorrow night will go towards building dome homes and shelters in Bassin Bleu. So our background is in architecture and design and construction. So when we thought about what can we do in response to these disasters that keep on happening, in response to even last year's hurricanes, this year we had Hurricane Michael in Florida and Mexico Beach that wiped out Mexico Beach. Now, there is a solution, and the solution is building with thin shell construction. There can be insulated or non-insulated homes and shelters. We will be building with eco shells, is what they're called in Haiti, and they are non-insulated domes. Now, we can outfit them to be rooms inside with interior partitions. They can be just meeting spaces. You can really do whatever we want with them. And the technology behind it is what we call an airform. So we use that airform to inflate the structure. And that is essentially our dome. And we use shotcrete. We spray concrete on the exterior of these domes. And once that concrete dries, we peel off the airform from the inside. And that way we can use that same airform to create up to 100 different domes. That is the beauty of using monolithic domes and creating eco shells and also monolithic that are insulated for the States. Eco shells are perfect for tropical climates, just like Haiti, the Caribbean, also Hawaii. In the States, we would use insulated domes, such as monolithic domes. They have an incredible thermal mass value, just being concrete. The structure of them will surpass any hurricane category 5, 400 mile an hour winds. They hold up to earthquakes. They will not be destroyed. They will not crack, just like a traditional home would or being built with cinder block alone. So the beauty of having them in the Caribbean is completely evident. Also, they are resistant to fires as they will not burn. So we have all the wildfires that have been going on in the West Coast and California. What we do with building dome homes and shelters, we wouldn't have to deal with the problem of rebuilding and these homes just coming down in ashes, really. So we want to be able to bring this technology to many other areas besides Haiti, and we are so excited to implement this in Haiti and have our dome community be the first ones there. And we have Robert Grunthal that just joined us. And so we have him here, and Robert is my father, actually. He's part of the board. His construction company, Grunthal Construction, has partnered with us, with Domes for Humanity, to work on our domes in Mus and Blue in Haiti. So I actually just got back last week from Haiti, and we went together in April to assess the community, to meet the people, and we can tell a little bit about yourself. And I was just been discussing what domes are and why we're doing it in Haiti, and promoting our event tomorrow night for people to come out to. So go ahead and give a little background.
Sure. Speaking about tomorrow night, that's our most pressing issue right now, to bring exposure and to hopefully raise some funds to be able to help our initiative to get this project going and started, especially in this beautiful, quaint area of Haiti. It's on the southern coast of Haiti. It's about a beautiful 2-hour trip from their capital, and just the ride there is enjoyable. But you get to sense the urgency of what we're trying to do as you're traveling through these areas, because so much of the country is still devastated, even though millions, if not billions, have been put into the infrastructure, which doesn't seem to exist. I didn't see anything that looked any different from when we were there since the earthquake actually happened. So it kind of brings tears to your eyes. Even every time I speak about it, it's emotional, because there's such a need that has to be filled. So that's why we want to step in and make a difference with Domes for Humanity. Therefore, I think tomorrow is a tremendous occasion for people to get together, have a great time, listen to some great music, and learn some things that we want to accomplish. And with your help, I think we can go a long way.
Definitely, yeah. And so our event is at the Wellington National Golf Club at 7 p.m. And there are tickets online. You can get them at Be The Rabble. That's BETHERABBLE.com /Old Havana event. And you can also get tickets over phone, 561-289-2143. You'll see our very little colorful Old Havana Nights invite right here if you're watching on video and online.
Just in case, you can pay at the door.
Yeah, you can definitely come and pay at the door. So, yeah, come and walk in and enjoy this incredible time. We're just going to have an amazing time dancing to the Latin Ensemble band. They're so much fun. Yeah, they really get us up and dancing. If you know how to dance salsa, merengue, bachata, all that, all the Caribbean flavor we're bringing to this event. We're going to have amazing, flavorful tropical foods. There'll be a silent auction with some incredible items you can purchase. And all proceeds go towards building the Dome community in Mus and Blue in Haiti, along with our partners, the Renan Foundation, and their mission for the last 3 years in Haiti has been to prevent child trafficking in what they call Restevex in Haiti. So they have a housing program, and they've created 22 homes already in Haiti, and we are just taking their housing program over, like we would love to do with many other nonprofits, is work with your housing programs and really bring a change into the way you build infrastructure. Because if there's a solution to not having to keep rebuilding every time there's an earthquake, a fire, a hurricane.
Prevention.
Yeah, it's prevention. So we want to mitigate it before it even happens. So, and also rebuild after the fact. But we want to eliminate the need for rebuilding every single time that there's a natural disaster. We're putting funds after funds, charity donations into rebuilding every single time, when we can rebuild once and have it be a sustainable, concrete, literally. Option to build, and we wouldn't have to worry about rebuilding and someone's losing their lives and livelihoods. And I think the heart of it behind us creating Domes for Humanity is really for the people. Being born and raised in South Florida, I've experienced tons of hurricanes, tropical disasters. I mean, we've had just countless of them.
Just this year alone?
Yeah, this year alone. And last year, even with, Irma and Maria, devastated Puerto Rico, we thought, I just can't wait to get over there. We need this to be global, really, to get the word out there that, hey, we can rebuild in a more preventative manner and make sure that our futures, that everyone's futures and generations are not compromised because of it. And in Haiti, what the work we're doing and the people that we have met, the people are just unbelievably beautiful, wonderful people. I mean, their hearts are there. They're living in literally shacks and tents. There's an area that we've drove by several times called Tent City, and I'm sure there's plenty more of them other than in Haiti, but for the last 8 years to be living in a tent, I can't fathom it. Just being there and seeing this just is so incredibly emotional, and it makes us really want to spread the word about what we do so we can restore the lives of survivors and restore their livelihoods. I mean, you think about it, a home is not just a house. A home is where your story begins. I always love to say this because, I mean, when you're born, all that you know when you grow up around is being in a home, right? No matter if it's with your family, whoever it's with, you want to seek safe shelter. And I mean, the basic human needs are food, water, shelter, and then, of course, education, sanitary, medical. And domes are something that is incredibly sanitary. We don't have to worry about the kids sleeping on floors like they are right now in Haiti in their shacks. They're living basically with sheet metal around them and sheet metal for the roof. The roofs are rusting completely. And what we noticed, especially in my last trip last week, is there's a bunch of holes even in the roof, in these steel roofs. And it's letting water in at night, and they're getting soaked at night, literally in the one bed maybe that they have, the one mattress that they all share. And when they're getting wet at night, they're catching diseases as well. The kids are sleeping on the ground, on the dirt, so they're extremely susceptible to any kind of disease that they're prone to having. So we want to continue talking about the domes and what we're doing in Haiti, and we're going to take a quick break, a commercial break, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, we'll be right back.
A steamy Havana night awaits you. A dazzling evening of sultry Latin music, dancing, five-star dining, and endless cocktails at the Tropicana Nights event. This Saturday, the 15th, at the Wellington Country Club. Tropicana Nights will leave you breathless and warm as all the proceeds of this fabulous evening go to Domes for Humanity. For tickets, call the Wellington Country Club or visit Havana Nights at legendsradio.com.
You are listening to Tell Us Your Business, where our invited guests share all the knowledge of their business and how important it is what they do in our community. If you want to be part of the conversation, call into the show at 888-565-1470 and tell us what's on your mind. Now, back to Tell Us Your Business.
All right, so a little commercial break there and describing our event tomorrow night at the Wellington National Golf Club. You can call in to 888-565-1470 if you'd like to ask us any questions about our event, about what we're doing. we'd love to talk to you and explain a little more. Maybe you have questions about what dome homes and dome shelters are. So we're giving a little background on domes. Specifically, we're building monolithic domes, which are thin shell construction dome. They can be insulated or non-insulated. For our project that we're raising funds for, our charity event tomorrow night, we will be building eco shells, and they are non-insulated. They're perfect for tropical climates. So in response to the hurricanes, earthquakes, any flooding especially, fires, they're completely resistant to all that. Hurricane winds up to 400 miles an hour. Imagine if you wouldn't have to worry about your home being blown away in the next natural disaster we have, next hurricane season. Yeah. I know hurricane season just ended. I think it was like November 30th. So imagine the last year we had, last year in September, that was Hurricane Irma, Hurricane Maria. We had Harvey in Texas that completely flooded out homes. And
the Panhandle.
Yeah, this year, the devastation in October in Mexico Beach, that was just heartbreaking to see that. And we think, oh my gosh, there's something we can do. Let's just change our way of thinking and rebuild infrastructure with something that's actually going to last. Something you don't have to worry about if your roof blows off. There is no roof. It's one piece. it's a shelter, right?
Monolithic.
Monolithic, these aerodynamic structures that resist these winds and resist these earthquakes, because you don't have to worry about your home cracking in half. And especially with winds, there's no other protection greater than what a dome home can provide you. It's near absolute protection. It surpasses FEMA codes and building codes everywhere.
It maintains its own stability through the design. We always mention the egg, the actual shape of the egg.
You take an egg in your refrigerator, take an egg out.
You love to tell that story. Go ahead.
I love it because it's just so simple, right? You would just think of, okay, what's an egg has to do with it? But of a dome, it would be like an egg cut in half, but that would just be the basic shape. To test it out, just so you know what we're talking about, if you take an egg, clasp it in your hand horizontally, try your hardest to put pressure against it and see if you can break it. I guarantee you will not break the egg. So it disperses the pressure throughout that egg. So it's the same concept in a dome home. The shape is the structure that is resistant to these disaster-prone
dynamic principles, which affect the engineering and the whole structure to make it so sound.
Exactly.
I know when we were getting certified several years ago, they mentioned one huge dome that, I'm not sure if it was in Baghdad, Iraq, or outside of the city, that they had used for who knows what, but it was impacted by some missiles. And what happened was nothing. They blew holes through the shell, but the structure stood up. It did not collapse because of the inherent engineering value of the shape. So that was amazing to me. Domes are not new. They've been around for thousands of years. Look at the domes in Italy and Rome and so forth. They're still standing. They're standing on their own. How would you call it? They're their own
value,
foundation,
right?
Their own foundation.
They're relying on their own strength all these years.
Even though they were composed of many different parts, so this is all one composite, which makes it that much better.
Yeah.
So we are really excited about entering this arena and
and if you
hope
have
to do so much good.
If you have any questions about this, we're talking about it, please call in. We'd love to talk to you. The number is 888-565-1470. It's 888-565-1470. So we would love to discuss more. Maybe you have your own hurricane damage story, or being in an earthquake, or in a fire, and we would love to hear about it, hear your experience with it, and so we can share a little bit more about how this specific technology could prevent future disasters. And you think about how sustainable this is, because not only is the structure remains, but I work out of my home, so I would think, okay, my whole business is pretty much blown away if I have to work out of it, and there is no shelter for me to be in, where am I working? In places like Haiti, when we're raising funds tomorrow night at our Old Havana Nights event, so places like Haiti where there are survivors that have been through the earthquake in 2010. They have been through 2016 Hurricane Matthew. And just, it was October that they suffered, it was a 5.6 magnitude earthquake, I believe, in the north, in Port-au-Prince. So that killed, I believe, 11 people and injured over 300. So there's just areas that they are extremely needed. I would even compare areas like that to Florida. So being here, being on the coast, anyone who lives near the beach especially, you won't have to suffer losing your homes and losing your life. And we all think what we're going to do, we're going to leave behind our belongings and our life to go seek shelter. Well, if your home is a shelter, you wouldn't have to worry about that. And in Haiti,
Absolutely.
where we're building, it's just near and dear to our hearts because we think about home and think about shelter. And each of these families have either been living in tents or living in shacks with tin metal around them. And all they're doing is surviving. And we want to make it so you're not just surviving for future generations, but you're thriving. And if you empower a community to thrive together, how much better can your life be, than your future be? Think about the kids that I just saw last week living in these conditions in their homes. There's maybe one mattress in their homes, like a small, tiny, tiny little space of 5 to 9 people living in one of these small homes. And the kids are sleeping on the floor. They're sleeping in the dirt. They are suffering skin problems, skin diseases, malnutrition, and they're just living in this because that's all they have. That's all they know. When they were even promised in many areas to get new homes after the earthquake in 2010, yet 8 years later, they're still living in this. This is why we do what we do, because we have been there, we've seen it and experienced it. We've spoken with the families, we've talked with the families, loved on the families, and know their stories. And I think it's really about their story. I say many times, home is where your story begins. And a home is not just a house. It's an important part of your life. It's an important part of a child's life growing up. And just the education behind building one of these dome homes with the families and with the communities, that's an educational process
So
in
important.
itself. Yes, so in building one of these homes, the families would work volunteer hours of 100 hours, so about a month just before their home would be built, but integrating them into building it with us just empowers them as well. And not only building it with us, but when we're not there in Haiti, they can build it themselves. The technology is so great because a monolithic dome, an eco-shell, is based off of the technology of using an airform. So it's an inflatable balloon, really, if you think about it. Like, you inflate a balloon and you spray concrete on the outside, and once it dries, you're able to peel off the airform from the inside and reuse it up to 100 times. So thinking about that, like, you purchase one airform, you can use it to create 100 homes for families with just the cost of materials afterwards. So it's incredibly sustainable for the long run. It's really the gift that keeps on giving. And our event tomorrow night, I will mention it again, the Old Havana Nights, that we're having a themed charity event here with all proceeds going towards Domes for Humanity for rebuilding homes in Haiti. And you can find tickets at betherabble.com/Old Havana event. You can also call 561-289-2143 to purchase tickets as well, and also sponsorship options. So if you'd like to call in and talk with us, you can call in at 888-565-1470 and ask us any questions you may have about these monolithic domes. Maybe you've seen one before and think, oh my gosh, that's so cool. So that's what they are. Maybe you have no idea what we're talking about. And it's like, what is a dome? So yeah, you would think of a dome, like we mentioned, being an egg, and it's like half of an egg. And the technology behind it being so incredibly disaster resistant. What we want to do is to help future generations be able to carry on in their lives and not be set back.
That's what I'm always excited about, because part of our mission is to teach and to bring families together to work in team effort to build these homes, which they will actually live in. And that brings such a sense of pride to these families that they're actually accomplishing something that is there, that they can see that is so much better than what they had. Their friends will be involved, their families, their extended families, and this builds community.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
To such an extent to where we can just leave after they're trained and they will keep on building. If we're not there, that's fine. They already know how to do it. That's one of the things that I love about it, because this can multiply and make things happen to exponentially improve their communities, not just in one certain area, but so many others that we have the opportunity to be blessed with doing this.
Oh, definitely.
I always think of that.
Yeah, I mean, if you did not have to worry anymore about your home being blown away, or in a fire or an earthquake, this is the option where we want to go. And so we want to help these families in Haiti with our event tomorrow night at the Wellington National Golf Club. It's going to be an incredible night of fun, dancing, Cuban-style Tropicana nights. So we're going to have the Latin Ensemble Band there with us.
They're awesome.
Yep, you can call us at 561-289-2143. We look forward to seeing you there.
Terrific, thank you.
This has been Tell Us Your Business, where a special guest comes on every week and tells us what they do. All shows can be seen on amp2.tv, and if you wish to be a guest, call 866-224-5422 and tell us about your business. That's 866-224-5422. This has been an amp2.tv production.